Professor Games presents Quest of the Champion. Hey everybody, I'm here to run you through a game of Quest of the Champion, try and explain some stuff about it. I think you'll find it very nice. And I'm going to manually create my character. The random generation gives you less options as to what to change on your character, but obviously it covers it on its own. So I'm going to manually create a character, and I'm just going to run through these real quick. The Knight has a +1 bonus to their defense, which helps with not getting hit as often. Barbarians gain 1 to their damage score. The Berserkers get stronger each time they take damage, but it resets once they're healed, or healed in any way. The Duelists have precise focus, so until combat ends, they get a +1 to their attack bonus when they hit an enemy. The Scouts are a rogue class that gains +1 bonus to all experience they earn, so they can level up faster. The Assassins gain +1 to their attack bonus. Shadowblades gain 1 health when they hit in combat with a weapon. The Rangers have a fate-based random rolls set to a minimum of 11, which is actually the second step when random rolls are thrown in. So they just, by default, get better rolls on fate rolls. The Battle Mages they gain 1 to their damage reduction score. So each time they take damage, it's reduced by 1. Can save a lot of damage that way. Fate Weavers are wizards that gain a +1 bonus to fate-based random rolls. Mystics only take half damage from fate-based random event rolls. The Arcanists, they add their fate to their damage score, so they kind of centralize all their points into fate. I mean, I guess they don't start out with centralized points, but they're all about that fate. And then back to the Knights to gain the defense score. Personally, I like the ones that gain health. I'm going to go into... I also like the experience gaining ones, but the Shadowblades have a very strong ability. They gain 1 health when they hit in combat with a weapon. I can keep them alive very well. So I'm going to select Shadowblade. Then you get to choose your character's portrait, and there's a wide array available, as you can see. This gentleman looks refined. Here we go, and I'm also going to pick Combat Healer. All excellent classes. And then you choose where your character hails from, which gives different benefits. And I want extra health and 1 to all starting potions from the Great Forest. A name. My character will be known as Jaunty Chauncey. Of course that's correct. Then we get to choose our options for a game. Now, the shorter the game, the harder it will be, because you won't have as much time to build your character up with less events. You can likewise change equipment for the better or make the character stronger right off the bat by getting 1 to all attributes for the profession, or just better weapons and armor. You can also make the enemy stronger, which is extremely difficult. And we're not going to do that this time. I'm going to play a standard length game with standard enemies, standard equipment, and standard strength on the character. We're not going to go over the instructions just yet, and I'm going to leave the intro cutscene for you to discover on your own. And the tutorial area is an area where you can build up a little bit before you go into the game as well. The basic idea is that you're after Queen Malvina, whose knights have killed the monks who were guarding a powerful artifact, and you're following along to try and get it back so it doesn't fall into Queen Malvina's hands. Starting area, since I'm not starting in Silver Dawn, the tutorial area, is randomized to one of the areas. The pursuit begins. I'm going to let you read most of this. Feel free to pause it and read it if you'd like. I have already read these. This is the arid wastes. That's where I'm starting this run. And you see the potions here, healing potions. Heal you 8 plus your healing potion bonus. And you can't gain more than your maximum health score with a healing potion. It also cures poisoned if your character gets poisoned along the route, along the way. My character will get extra benefit from these since he has the combat healer class, Shadowblade, and Shadowblade will give him extra health during combats when he hits. The Destiny Potion invokes a Destiny die, which gives you a bonus to your rolls, and that bonus just slowly wanes with each roll that you make. And then, of course, we have the Fire Potions, which deal 8 damage plus your Fire bonus. You will want to keep an eye on certain enemy abilities. Some enemies have an ability called Fireproof and cannot be harmed by Fire Potions. Alright, enjoy the background for a minute, the ambiance, as we start on our journey through the arid wastes. And I'm going to click this card to move into the first event, which is a strange runestone. And I'm going to read these to myself, but feel free to pause if you want to read them yourself, of course. I'm not going to keep saying that every time, but I am just kind of showing you how this works. You've got a random event roll, and I can't decipher the runes if I roll 11 to 15, but if I roll 1 to 10, I trigger a magical trap and take 5 points of damage. Otherwise, I get healed by magic. Couldn't decipher the runes, so we're going to move on to the next one. Now the deck is open again as I draw. We have the abandoned cart. As I move closer, I realize there may be something of value to be found inside of it. We have another random event roll. This is where fate comes in handy. It adds 1 to your random event die rolls. And I don't remember the name of the class, but there is a class that actually just rolls a minimum of 11 no matter what. I got a 12, so I got some coins. And you'll see that that goes into the gold. And next to that is the loot pile, which loot doesn't count as gold, nor vice versa. But you can convert the loot into gold later when you find a place to. We've got a mountain giant. He wants me to tell him a story. Let's see if I can impress him with a random roll. I told a great story, and he gives me 18 gold. Good start so far. We're going to click on the deck again. We got a desert merchant. Welcome, friend, he says, extending his hand. And you can see the merchant has the option to sell loot, which turns it into gold for you. Of course, we can browse his wares, but I just started, so I don't have enough gold for anything yet. You can see here in my boot slot, I don't have anything equipped. So any of these would be a helpful thing for me. But can't afford it. I don't have the money yet. We've got a Mystic Pyramid event. It's made of shimmering stone. Another random event roll. Let's see what it is. I find ancient knowledge within. You see my experience went up by 5. Once we get enough, we'll level up and get some extra bonuses. A mining town. Though not unfriendly, the people regard you as a stranger and keep their distance. Let's see. We could trade loot for gold, talk to the locals, or rest with the miners. I don't need extra health right now, so we're going to talk to the locals to gain experience. To be honest with you, as a Shadowblade with a combat medic proficiency, I would probably choose the experience anyway, because I'm going to do good in combat. Here we have our first enemy, a life-draining enemy. You just mouse over and it'll tell you what the abilities do on the enemy's portrait. Lovely looking dude, isn't he? Sand Ghoul. Alright. And you can see their defense damage, how much it takes for you to flee from the enemy, which if it's an X, you can't flee. And then how much the enemy's health will take. And you always have the option to try to flee, unless they prevent you from fleeing. And of course you attack. To see how we roll. That's a good roll. Got a hit on him right off the bat. He hit me back, and he gained 2 of his health back. However, I deal 3 damage a hit. So, oh goodness. So I hit him for 3, I gained 2. And he missed that time. Then I missed. He hit me, he hit me for 3, and he gained 2. This fight might be a bit longer, but to save a little bit of time, I'm going to use a fire potion. So I click on the fire potion, it's going to deal 8 to him, and take care of this combat for us. And you see we gained 7 experience. We gained some gold as well. There's usually gold or treasure after each fight, but it's randomized. Desert Spider, here's one that won't let you flee. It just has an X for the flee. Now it's not as strong, but it also can poison you when it hits you, and web snares what prevents you from fleeing. When you're poisoned, you lose 1 health whenever you draw a non-treasure card. So it just damages you over time until you're able to use a health potion to heal up. Or find a different way to heal the poison. Here we go. Got a good hit on him. Oh, it hit me though and poisoned me. You can see the poison status effect and the little poison bubbles coming up. My blood is not as it should be. However, as a Shadow Blade and Combat Medic, I get 2 health back every time I make a hit. So the rest of this enemy should be pretty straightforward unless I get some real bad rolls all in a row. And the poison doesn't get worse with each hit, it's just you're poisoned if it hits you. There we go. We took care of this one. Got us 6 more experience. We're well on our way to our first level. And we got a treasure, Novice Bracers, to increase our defense. That'll make it harder for enemies to hit us. And it shows you all of your stats down here. These are sort of the accumulation of your stats. So whereas I have 2 speed, which helps with my defense bonus and attempts to flee combat, my defense bonus is actually 3 because I have an item that it gives me 1 now. Alright. A Dune Devour, and I took 1 damage because this is a draw, and it's a non-treasure card, so I'm still poisoned. It's another combat. Looks like this one doesn't do too much damage. I should be able to handle it pretty well, I think. Here we go. Well, it's not going to do good if I miss a lot. And that's based off of your accuracy. So when you get a chance to, you can increase your accuracy so that you don't miss as often. Depending on the enemy. Some enemies are very stout when it comes to defense. And the enemy's statistics, their attributes and whatnot, are even stronger if you set them to stronger enemies at the beginning. That's why it's so hard if you set it to that. I put him away. I've got +3 to defense with Master Robes. We're going to equip that, not loot it. I don't want to throw it away. I want to use it. But if I found something that I couldn't use very well, I would loot it instead. Malvina's Enforcer. Foolish hero Queen Malvina sent me to stop you. Well, you'd better be ready. Oh, it's a random event roll and not a combat. She casts a spell. Let's see what it hits me with. I could lose 1 to a random attribute if this hits me. So I'm going to use a Destiny die. Using the Destiny die gives me 6 turns of Destiny bonus, with this first one being a +6 to my roll. It's lucky I did that, because otherwise I would have lost 1 of my attribute points at random. Although it could have been Mastery, which wouldn't have done anything, because you can't go below 0. There we go. A Mind Squid. Ooh. And you see the poison taking its toll on me. A lot of damage there. I'm going to go ahead and use my health potion to cure poisoned. And I could have gotten low enough I could use a little extra health. Let's go on. We can take this guy down. Pretty low damage. Must be trying to mostly mind me. Yep. And it's magic resistant, which means if I was using a magic weapon, that my character was, of that proficiency of magic, then this character actually takes half damage from magical weapons. So you really got to watch that. There we go. Got him knocked out. And I got some flame boots. Let me put on some flame boots. Ooh, I got the hot foot. Oh, baby. Hey! Things are heating up! We got our first level up. Now I'm going to increase accuracy because I've got to be able to hit in combat in order to gain the benefits of my Shadow Blade class. And each one of these can only be selected once, and it only comes along every few levels. So I'm at level 2 now. The next level up bonus I will get will be at level 4. So you can gain a potion of each type, return to full health, boost your damage defense, gain a +2 health potion bonus or a +2 fire potion bonus, which either one of those would be excellent as well. And we can get 1 to attack, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm specializing with accuracy so that I can hit often and heal up during combat. And I had 1 roll over for experience. Alright, next one. And the Destiny die still has 2 rolls left, because I was using it during that combat for each roll. We've got a desolate village. And I find some gold. We're up to 64 gold. Not bad. So I got a ways to go to be able to afford most things. Dragon Rider is a member of an order, a secret order dedicated to protecting the Celestial Prism, which is the artifact that we're trying to get to before Queen Malvina gets it. And they ask if they can be of assistance. It's another random event roll though. But it's all good. They gave us 4 experience, which is very fine. We could have gotten a health potion if we'd rolled better. But the other Destiny potion ran out now. So we've got 2 of the health potions, a fire potion and a Destiny potion. The Destiny potion is really good to keep on you for difficult fate rolls, especially if you're not building a lot into fate, which helps with your random event rolls. We've got the Desert Wasp. You hear a loud buzzing sound growing louder and louder until it becomes deafening. You look up to see a giant wasp, its wings beating furiously as it searches for its next prey. You. Alright, and this wasp inflicts poison, so I'm probably going to end up poisoned if it hits me. But my damage has increased, so maybe we can finish it off before it hits me. Let's see. Come on, come on. Oh, yes! We got it! Didn't even get poisoned. Lucky fight. Alright. And we gained 17 gold pieces. Because our defense is not too terrible. We got a Desert Raider here. Look at his light shining up, the desert sun shining off his bald head. My health is 42 though. The Wheel Lancer. The life, universe, and everything. Hey! I found the healing robes. Now I take -1 to defense by equipping this instead of the master robes I have, but I get an additional healing potion bonus. I want to do that. I'm all about the healing, so let's do that. And that converted my master robes to loot, as you see there. Here we go. We got a Desert Dragon. Uh-oh. This enemy is both magic resistant and has stone skin, which means I deal half as much damage to him. That means I'll only be able to do 2 damage per hit to this enemy. That's pretty tough. Pretty tough. But with my Shadow Blade build, I can stand a marathon fight. Although this enemy does deal 6 damage per hit. That's pretty rough. I'm going to go for it. He's worth 13 experience. I'll nearly be at my next level if I beat him. Okay. You know what? This is a good time to use our fire potion. That's straight 8 damage, and he cannot resist it with these abilities. If he was flame proof, I wouldn't be able to do that though. So that's going to shorten the time we're in this fight. Took him down with the help of the fire potion. So it still hit me some, but look at that, I got a healing potion out of it. Very good, very good. Check this out, Elven Forest. We are out of the arid wastes and into a new area. The trail of Queen Malvina's Knights has led you to the home of the mysterious elves, who are known not to trust outsiders. Again, feel free to pause if you'd like to read this. Beautiful artwork. I love the ambience. Look, we got little dragonflies. Oh, that's awesome. If that was there before, I didn't notice it in the previous version. That's great. Wow, how cool. And each card backing has a different color and style. We have an elf warrior. He's trying to teach me skills as well, but I'm sorry, my friend. I am just not able to pay you. We have a forest fairy. Her magic is a bit chaotic, but she'll attempt to bestow a boon upon me. If it misfires, it would cost me a random attribute. But I really want to save my potions, my destiny potion, for something more vital. There are a couple of things that I can think of, a couple cards I've run into before that are pretty tough. Although losing a random attribute would be terrible, and gaining 1 to all attributes would be outstanding. So I've changed my mind. I'm using my destiny potion now. Let's hope for a 16 plus roll. And go! Yes! 1 to all attributes! What a great boon to get. And you can see how somebody with a lot of fate, they would struggle more with combat, but in random event rolls like that, they could get very strong if they're able to survive it. My character's sort of the opposite. I kind of thrive on combat. Nature Priestess, Elaria, Nature Priestess of the Sacred Woods. Her services are not free, she mentions. I don't need your healing. I am really good at healing. Mushroom Grove. This is also a random event roll with a lot of healing. You could return to max health, and if you get a good roll, you could even get +1 to a random attribute. We still have 5 going on our Destiny die. Come on, Destiny, go! Yes! Another 1 to a random attribute, and it's accuracy. We're doing great on accuracy right now. Uh-oh, we've got a Corrupting Lich. Here's a combat. This enemy drains life when it hits me. It gains 2 life. And it has a damage R. When I hit this enemy, I lose 2 health. So, and it mentions there in the tooltip that Fire Potion does not cause this ability to trigger. So if you had stocked up on Fire Potions, you could hit him for a lot of damage with Fire Potions. He has a lot of health too. This is a type of marathon enemy. I'm not sure if I could beat him very easily. He's sort of designed really well to have a sustained fight, and he's got a lot of health too. I could choose to flee at any time. Let's see how my rolls go, because I'm not going to really... No, I don't want to lose health potions. I'm going to try and flee. Get away from this combat, because it would also suck out my destiny potion rerolls, or roll bonuses. So let's get away from him and look for something better. Oh, we've got a Raging Fire event. Queen Malvina's agents have set this area ablaze. Good thing I still have my destiny. Hopefully I can not lose too much health. 4 instead of 12 is still much better. This should be an easy win. I might even gain some health back, and I'll get enough experience for my next level. Throw the confetti already! Oh, battle armor. I can't use battle armor. Only the warrior classes can equip the battle armor for 4 defense. So I would like the healing bonus anyway, so this is fine. I'm going to put that into loot. And then we shall enjoy our level. Throw the confetti already! I love it! Alright, now I've gotten a bonus from that fairy roll that gave me an extra 1 to fate. I got 4 accuracy. I'm gonna boost fate this time. Alright, as you can see, that's the only bonus I get at this level. Still, it's a good bonus to have. And we whooped them good. Man. 8 damage to hit is not to be underestimated. Oh, we found Solar Leather. It's a rogue item. I'll lose 1 more defense, but this grants me regeneration, which is a very powerful ability that increases your health by 1, or increases your health by 1 whenever you draw a non-treasure card. Now, why this is especially amazing for me is I am of the combat healer class. That means every time you heal, you gain an extra point of health. So I actually, even though I have 1 to regeneration because I'm a combat medic, I gain 2. And we are moving out of the Elven Forest into the Volcanic Wastes. This is a pretty dangerous area from my experiences playing the game. Elf Mother. We've wandered for days. Can you give us directions, draw us a map, or guide us in some way? Why, I will lead them out. And they give me a health potion. Okay, excellent. Only 4 draws left in the Volcanic Waste, it says underneath the card deck. Malvina's student. I fought this character on a strong short playthrough, and boy did she take the hammer to me. My goodness. I mean, she sapped me of all my I beat her, but it sapped me of all my resources. I should have fled from her. Now she's got, in this playthrough, I'm significantly stronger than the previous one, and she's worth 16 experience. But she does have 17 defense, and it's worth noting because even though I have really good accuracy, I don't want to be missing her very much. But with 10 damage, it won't take too many hits before I take her down. I wasn't paying attention to her abilities either, but she's magic resistant, and that doesn't affect me. I actually missed her. She got some hits on me, but she's just not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with me. Not many characters can, I don't believe. Your timing is impeccable. I was just in need of more materials. You jerk. I stopped the Necromancer, and it gives me 2 experience. It's a random event roll. But with the Fate, I was able to roll a good enough roll to stop him. And we're off to this Forsaken Canyon, out of the volcanic waste. Thank goodness. Alright. Some say the canyon is cursed, and those who enter will never return. Look at the beautiful rain effect. That's nice. Stone Golem. This guy has stone skin. I'll only deal 5 damage to him, but it looks like I could still take him down in just a few hits. If I hit, my goodness, he's got 18 defense. My dagger's not finding purchase. Man, I've got to roll awfully high to hit this guy. Oh, there's a solid hit. Hey, got him again. One more, he'll go down. Got it. Man, a 19. That guy was tough to make a dent in. Long sword is a warrior item, can't use it. Alright, got out of that encounter without getting poisoned. That's nice. Lonely Caverns. We enter a final area. Lonely Caverns. Alright. Feel free to read. Crabclaw Guardian. It's an enemy with no special abilities other than looking menacing. Woo! I'd be backing away from that thing. But a hero like Jaunty Chauncey fears not the Crabclaw Guardian. And he actually leaves the encounter with more health than he started it with. Shadow Armor. The Shadow Armor only gives 1 defense like my current armor, but it gives +1 to damage reduction. I'm going to explain my thinking here. As amazing as regeneration is, and again, it fits perfectly with my build and all, I'm going to take the damage reduction armor because we're coming up on the last fight, and that damage reduction will have an effect every time I take a hit. So I think that's going to be worth it to change at this point. Alright. Here we are, the final showdown with Malvina's Loyal Knights. We've lost too much already to let this slip through our fingers. We will not fail her. We fight for our queen, for our honor. There's no fleeing the final confrontation. They have 68 health and deal 8 damage per hit. Their defense is an outstanding 21. They're with a lot of experience, but that doesn't matter as long as I win this fight. They have a damage aura, so I cannot gain life as I have been, and they have stone skin. This is indeed the worst fight that I could come across. So let's make sure first off, I'm not going to be missing, because that defense is dynamite. Likewise, I may as well use the fire potions. 8 damage, and 8 more damage. Now we're down to 52 health we got to take care of. perfect hit, or near perfect hit right off the bat. They hit me for 7. Another good roll. They hit me back though. I think I'm gonna make it. I had to say something and I missed. Oh, that's not good. So it's looking like we're going to be very reliant on these destiny potions. Let's go again. And let's go ahead. Well, the poison won't affect me otherwise, but I'll go ahead and use a healing potion. Okay. 5 more damage. They missed, thank goodness. That might make all the difference. Have another heal. 2 more rolls for our destiny, and we missed. This could be bad. Hey, we got a hit. Another health potion. Oh, I missed. They did too, though, thankfully. This is tough now. I've got to get a good roll to hit them. We're getting close to the end if I can finish them off. 20, it wasn't good enough. Hey, 21. One more good hit and we'll have it. Ah, all right. We took down the boss. Woo. Jaunty Chauncey defeated Malvina's Knights in the Lonely Caverns. There you have it. A game of Quest of the Champion. I will happily play some more and give you a little bit more insight. We'll try a couple different classes. I'll show off a couple different classes and their abilities. But yeah, this is a wonderful game. You can also, during the game, if you need to, you can stop and save it. You won't get stuck, or lose your game or anything like that. But yeah, see how it works and the kind of fun you can have. It's just a nice, chill, great game. Very solid. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Check it out.